Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You got to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is where we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me my darn thing.
What's going on, people? What's going on, man? Welcome to Rotterdam Media, baby. We're back with another one, man. What up, Coach Dre, man? What's the word?
What's going on, Papa? Chilling, man. You know how we get on.
Yeah, man. Give me the doggone theme music, man. What's up, family, man? How y'all been, man? I know I ain't seen a lot of y'all in the chat. Y'all ain't seen me live in a minute. But we back, man. So, man, let me know where y'all checking in from. Let me know in the comment section, man, what y'all want to talk about today. Do some Q&A to start this thing off. See what's going on, man. What's the word? J-Dot, what's the word, man? Pull up, J-Dot. Come on, man. Pull up, J-Dot. Yes, sir. Ski. Colorado in the building. Dallas in the building. Tampa, Florida in the building. Hey, let's get it. Durham, North Carolina. What's up? Tulsa, Oklahoma. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. I'm waiting on my boy to pull up too, so y'all just be patient. I'm waiting on my boy to pull up right quick. I'm just waiting on my boy to pull up right quick. Vegas up in the building. But hey, man, let's get into it. So, how y'all like it yesterday, man? Y'all seeing the CU team working with the military, working with the Marines, I should say. Shout out to the Marines. Shout out to anybody that's in the military. Salute to you and your services, man. We appreciate you guys. But man, how do y'all feel about the team working out with the Marines yesterday, man? I know y'all watched it on Well Off. Y'all seen it. But we gonna talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Get in and out of some conversations. But man, how do y'all feel about it? Birmingham, Alabama up in this building. That was fire. Hey man, talk to me, man. Don't be quiet today, man. Y'all been blowing me up by going live. Where Rob at, man? Where you he been MIA? Man, talk to me, man. What's up, man? Let's go. Let's do this, man. Oh, Rob, watch out for them. Hey man, hey man, it is too early for all that, man. It's too early for all that, man. Salute, man. Salute. It's too early for all that, man. It is too early for all that. Any word or clues on the DC, man? Listen, man.
What I tell you? What did I tell you, man? What did I tell you, man?
Hey, listen, man. The decision coming out of pipeline, man. That's all I mean, y'all gonna know. Yeah, listen. Here's all I'm gonna say. As I've been saying for on the last live, when it comes to the DC, it truly don't matter who the DC is. Either you're gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. There ain't gonna be in between, one way or another. When it comes to the DC, one way or another, y'all either gonna like it or you're gonna hate it. It don't matter who the DC is. You know what I'm saying? It really don't. But Who we are again? We're talking about it, but no. For real though, I haven't. We haven't got no word just yet. I know who the DC was at first. Who the first person that got chosen at first? I do know who that person is. I'm not going to disclose who that person was or give any hints about that because that person may be still in the running, quote unquote, still right now. There are some coaching vacancies that still happen in the NFL. They still need to be played out before they announce the DC. I do know that for sure. So they just pretty much just waiting on to see who all gets a head coaching job in NFL, what coordinators move around, what opens doors for this, that, and the third person. I do know that. Now, whether that person comes from the NFL, whether that person comes from the college ranks, still to be determined. When you look at Michigan, still trying to figure out what Michigan's going to do, what kind of lateral moves that's going to take onto another school, and how that's going to play out. So there's still a lot more to play out in this situation when it comes to the DC. I expect Michigan DC to go with Jim Harbaugh to the LA Chargers, which we're gonna get into. We're gonna talk about that. How y'all feel about Jim Harbaugh leaving, going to the LA Chargers, right? Which opens up another 30-day window for Michigan players to enter the portal. Now, if you want my opinion, the only way you're going to see a lot of players jump into the portal from Michigan is if they do not hire the offensive coordinator that is currently at Michigan. All right? I ain't going to say no other way in this. You're not going to see a lot of players do it. Now, I would love to see Michigan hire a black head coach. Until they do, I can't believe it until I see it happen. Right?
Well, we gonna rock with Lawrence. Lawrence, my boy Lawrence, feel like that's what they're gonna do. We do know that he filled us in that they have to wait 7 days before they can name Sharon Moore the head coach. A 7 day window, so that's why you won't hear nothing for about 7 days about who is the new head coach, because that's a Michigan state law, is what Lawrence told us. So we do have to wait 7 days to see. But I mean, he is the leading candidate, and like Rob said, if he doesn't get the job, you will see a man from the University of Michigan. But if he's the coach, Michigan probably will stay intact with the kids that they got. They probably push. They probably try to push it in and get Bryce Underwood with him being the coach. Um, but who knows? That 7 day window, Rob, it do scare me as well. I wish they could hire him right now, but there's a state law that says they got to wait 7 days. So we shall see. But he's the man in the leader in the clubhouse to get the job.
Now, I'm going to throw a name out there, just throw some spice on some stuff, right? If I'm Michigan, now let me not take it off. I'm not Michigan. I'm going to ask this question to you, Coach. Right? I'm going to take this out as if I was Michigan. There's a name out there that's the NFL head coach who's no longer a head coach right now. That's out on the free agent market. Would you go have a conversation with Pete Carroll about coming to Michigan?
I mean, I don't know if Pete Carroll's I don't know if he's an East Coast type of guy.
I mean, he's
I
a bit.
wouldn't. If I was that,
he's a
I
West Coast
wouldn't.
guy,
I
but
mean, Midwest. Yeah, I wouldn't. I think all
now,
he can probably give you was 2 to 3 years. So I just don't think that I would waste be willing to blow my team up to get Pete Carroll.
now, with that being said, here's a second name, Brian Kelly from LSU. Him going to Michigan and Pete Carroll going to LSU.
Again, I me being a coach and being on a similar situation before, where if you don't do what you're supposed to do, it can set your program back for many years. And Michigan already is kind of set back because they're losing a lot, and Ohio State is picking up a lot. There's no way I do anything but hire. If you do anything besides hire Sharon Moore, you're setting your program back, and I just don't see why they would do that. Now,
Now,
if they do go to interviewing people, he probably the top candidate for them to interview.
Now I do got a job that I think Pete Carroll might be interested in. So this third scenario is gonna get kind of interesting. Chip Kelly is looking for another job,
He is.
which means that the UCLA job could come open. To see Pete Carroll back in LA at UCLA,
I mean, that would really be good. I think that would be more of a good job for him. I just don't know if he'll take it with what he did at USC and the love he got for USC and the ties. I don't know if Pete Carroll would do it or not, but it would. If I'm UCLA, that's the first person I call because I don't see any other coaches unless you're going to get somebody's coordinator to come in. He's the next head coach. That's one of the best head coaches that's available. Um, because right now I don't think Urban Meyer is in the market to be a football coach right now. I think he's waiting on another market to open up.
now I gotta drop this news to y'all. And some news that I don't want to drop to y'all, but I gotta drop this news to y'all. Colorado just been hit with 11 violations by the NCAA. I'm gonna tell this again. The University of Colorado has just been hit with 11 violations. I didn't want to drop the news on y'all. I knew something was coming down. That's kind of why it was a little delay on why I didn't start the live. But they've been hit with some violations.
What they saying? What recruiting violation?
I haven't got the full details of all the 11 violations, but they've been hit with violations. But I would tell you this: Colorado is not going to be the only school that's going to hit with violations. There is going to be a multitude of violations that's going to be dropped, hammered by the NCAA over the next couple weeks from a multitude of schools. So Colorado's not the only school that's being hit, right? Florida State has already been hit. Michigan's been hit. Colorado's been hit. There is rumors that Ohio State will be getting hit with some violations coming soon. It ain't going to stop there yet.
Florida gonna be hit. Florida probably gonna take a hit, and
Yeah.
I heard Oregon might take a hit. So, but I know Florida probably gonna take a hit. So, yeah, I mean, I can see it, but I mean, it to me, it's just gonna be the run. It's the way of the business right now. I mean,
Yeah.
them kids. I mean, it's wrong. I guess that's what the NCAA is saying, that people are probably talking to people before they are in the portal. Um, and so I think that's the biggest violation that you're probably gonna see with these schools saying that they were talking to certain kids before the portal opened. Um,
Now, give credit to it, right? It is self-reported, so nobody reported to the NCAA. CU reported it, so I will throw that out there. CU did report it. Nobody else reported it. CU did report it. All right, I just want to clarify that.
I mean, we just got to see what it is and see what comes with it. I knew a lot of people were saying, people talk, but we're not gonna sit here and talk about it. I mean, it is what it is. It's like I say, Florida State got some sanctions. A lot of people feel like that's why Harbaugh ran. Why one of the main reasons why Harbaugh went to the NFL was so Michigan wouldn't be sanctioned heavy for whatever they got, because it was more about him than it was about the whole program. So with him no longer being there, Michigan might not get as heavy of fines or sanctions or whatever. Uh, so I mean, you're gonna see a lot of that probably going on in the next few months. The
I mean,
NCAA
yeah.
go ahead.
Now, what I was going to say, it's best for them to report than the NCAA to investigate. Best for you to report yourself than the NCAA investigate, because it's going to get way worse if the NCAA got to go digging and start finding more stuff that they weren't supposed to find because you could have just told. So I'm not telling you to be a snitch. I'm not telling you to not do it. But in the college football realms, these minor violations are not going to cost CU major things in a sense.
Right. What he's telling you is it's better for you to go ahead and because see they gonna go dig. You telling them what it is. Most times they take you for self value. You liable to impose yourself with a fine or some stuff like that, and you move on. But when they investigate, they going to dig and they gonna dig deep and find whatever they looking for. And when you go looking, you normally find what you're looking for. And the NCAA is really doing that. But that's why I tell y'all that don't be surprised if in a few years that these teams they don't even deal with the NCAA no more. They try, like I say, I know the SEC is really trying to push hard to have their own league, their own governing body. They don't want the NCAA to have nothing to say over them. They want to govern themselves. And I think it's other teams and other conferences gonna follow that suit. That's why these mega conferences coming about.
If truth be honest though, if it's me, this is just me personally, right? In my university, I would go ahead and any violation that you did, tell it right now. Because why everybody is getting hit with violations, then they're not gonna penalize everybody. But if you wait, why everybody, do it now because you're not. It ain't like you're gonna get banned from the playoffs or anything right now. So do it right now, get it out the way, move forward, right? Learn from your mistakes, right? Because we're all humans, we're all gonna make mistakes, right? The rules change so much that everything could be a rule violation. I promise you. Any school that you root for has broken a rule, a fraction, some type of violation. I can promise you that. Whether they want to publicly come out with it or not, that's a whole other story. Because let me tell you how the NCAA works, right? They're gonna let you get away with it until you're not relevant no more. And then that's when they're gonna come on your head. If you don't believe me, look at any college football team that had a dynasty and there's always some type of scandal that was going on or something behind the scenes that's going on that probably comes out after it's over. I'm just waiting for you to if you can look at the Miami teams when that dynasty was over, what came out. You can look at the Florida teams after the Tebow situation and all that stuff happened. You look at the Ohio State team. Well, hell, look at Michigan right now. So every time once the dynasty over, the NCAA start going back and look at stuff, or somebody tell because they ain't get their portion that they cut in the situation. So it happens.
And like you say, with the rules changing so much, it's bound to happen. You bound to do something that you probably wouldn't supposed to do or said something to somebody that shouldn't have been said or talked to them earlier than what you was supposed to. It's just, it's hard. And kids again, but it comes back to I always say is you got to teach these kids that even in your situation, you just got to get through it and get to a proper state, and then where you can do what you need to do because they are giving you the outs, and it look like they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna pass the thing where you can do multiple transfers. So they're finna give you kids the outs to where you can do what you want to do. You can go here, go there. And that's why I think you see the blue bloods of college football getting out the way because this is not what they want. Uh, so now that's why you see these coaches saying, not only do I have to recruit high school kids, I got to keep recruiting kids on my own football team. So, and then the kids that you might want, or kids that's coming out and saying that they're not happy. So, that's what it all boils down to for all of that. But we'll see what happens. Again, we can't cry over spilled milk. Whatever happens, happens. Um, I know people gonna take this and run with it because that's what they do. And but you got to sit here and take this, whatever it is they say that happened. Especially with Rob saying that they're saying that they said that they did it, so you can't get upset about it. But we're not gonna bash nobody. Like you say, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, and he brought up a great point, and I never looked at it that way. Well, yeah, it does seem like every team after they've been on top of the mountain, once they come down off the mountain, you find out a whole lot of stuff was going on behind the scenes. So you know, let's just keep propelling our team. You gotta like what you see out of the workouts. Um, you gotta like how the team camaraderie. When you look at this team now, And you look, if we go back and we look at the well-off videos from last year, that's not the same football team by no stretch of the imagination. The way these young men are working, the way they're pushing each other, and especially the offensive linemen, you really see that these guys want to be here. They have a mentality and they want to protect too. So you got to be happy with what you get, what you see going on from all these kids. And so now it's just got to translate in the spring, and I don't think you'll see much turnover. Like I said, I'm not naive to think that we're not gonna have some kids in the portal because I know we will, but I don't think we'll see as much turnover as we saw last season.
Now I'm gonna get into this next subject, right? Some people gonna feel some type of way. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Some people gonna feel some type of way. But we gonna get into this subject, right? And the reason why we gonna get into the subject because it needs to be talked about. I'm gonna wait off on the FAMU. I'm gonna hold off because that ain't the topic. All right, I'm gonna hold off on that one. But this one is about, you know, it's gonna all tie back into one. But I'm gonna start with this, right? The Milwaukee Bucks fired their head coach. I went to 24 hours. They hired another head coach. But the part of what I'm finna making this picture of this when you hire a black head coach, right? The stem of how long of least a black head coach got than a white head coach got is slim to none, right? And so when black head coaches get fired, these are the reasons why people get upset of why do black people interview for these head coaching jobs, knowing if they get fired, they might not never get the opportunity again. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we want more African American head coaches in college football. But once they get fired, will they ever get another opportunity again? But I ain't gonna go too deep into this now. I don't want to hear all y'all get mad at me. But it's a conversation that we it just needs to be had, right? Because you got a coach that is, number two. His team is number 2 in the Eastern Conference, right? For those who don't watch basketball, he has the second best team in his conference and gets fired halfway into the season. Halfway into the season. But then you got coaches, they got losing records that only won 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. There's white head coaches and they ain't got fired.
I mean, it now I'll give credence to Stephen A. because Stephen A. been talking about this for the longest, for about a month now, saying that he thought that this guy was going to get fired. With me watching First Take every now and then, he's been saying that he thought this guy was going to get fired, and that people were upset that Doc Rivers didn't get a chance to get another head coaching job when the vacancies were open, and that they felt like they needed to go out and get a coach that could handle this basketball team with this guy never being the head coach and stuff like that. So, like I said, I don't know about basketball like that. I do think it's a raw deal for him to be the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference and you lose your job. But it had to be something behind it. But you had to think. To me, it seems like they had been talking to Doc Rivers for a minute to pique his interest and see if he wanted the job. And I guess once Doc said he wanted the job, they went ahead and did what they wanted to do. But then this morning, you wake up and the Wizards fired their head coach.
Yeah, but see, here's my thing behind this, right? What has Dak Rivers did to proving that he deserved that job?
Again, I don't like this. I like Doc Rivers, the basketball coach. I like him as a coach. I really do. Um,
But
to answer your question, nothing except for he won
yeah,
the NBA championship with the Celtics with KG and Paul Pierce and Rondo and Big Baby and them boys. Then he went to the Clippers. He couldn't get it done. The 76ers, he couldn't get it done. So I don't know. Except for I guess what I'm thinking is you got a lot of egos in that room when you just got Dame, you got Giannis, and you got guys with egos. I guess I've never heard a player ever come out of every player I've ever heard talk about Doc Rivers. They love him to death. They say he handles the players. He's a player's coach and stuff like that. So that's all I can say, bro. I mean,
So, so let me break this down for the people in the chat, right? Let me break this down. Now, Doc Rivers had 7 series where he's been up 3-1. Lost 7 series, been up 3-1, and all he needed to win was 1 game. He's had 10 series. Well, he's had 3 series where he's been up 3-0 and can't get that 4th win. I get it. He won a championship with the Boston Celtics. I get it 1,000%. But ain't this business about what have you done for me lately? And lately, he can get you to the playoffs. When we talking about getting somebody over the hump, he ain't did it. And for this man to be in his first season, and only got to coach him up to 40 games, ain't even got a chance to even sniff the playoffs to see what this man was going to do. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I must say you correct with that. It does seem it don't sound right, but I don't, like I say, I don't know what happened there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if, again, in the professional leagues, guys, unless a lot of people don't understand that the players really run the team. Like the stars really run the team. The coach, like if you ain't a Belichick, if you ain't a guy like that, like them stars run the team. They can go up to ownership, they can go to the general manager and say whatever. Especially in basketball, that's always been said that the stars, run the organization. If they don't like you, they can say, hey, I want to change. So that's the only other thing I can say is that maybe Dame or Giannis was like, hey, Doc out there, can we get Doc in there? We don't like this. Like, I don't know, because you bring up great points when you say he ain't got nobody over the hump. Got Boston over the hump, but when you've coached great teams with great big threes, and you had the 76ers with Embiid and James Harden and stuff like that. I mean, it's hard to argue with anything. Like I said, I love Doc Rivers as a coach. I think he's a great human being. I just don't know. But again, I've never heard players say that. Everybody like to play for him. So that's all I can say, bro. I don't really know. That was a shot.
I just had to throw that in because it's been on my mind. I just had to throw that in. But we gonna get back to football, man. I know y'all came here to talk about football. We gonna get back to it. Y'all just be patient. I just had to talk about it because it was on my mind. For there are people that follow me that want to talk basketball. I get it all the time. So I just want to talk about that. But back to a hand, right? We talk about football, right? What's the word on the street with FAMU? What's the word on the street? Let's dive into
it. I know they're doing interviews right now. They had a meeting Sunday at 3. I think if you know about Off Script and Scotty, you could have watched it. And then I think it was just live on thing. They got down to 5 candidates that the committee that was over the. So okay, let's go back. The AD picked the coach, guys. She submitted it to the president. It looked like he was gonna get approved, but when they went to the alumni and the people that donate the money, they told them no. They told them no. And so once they did that, she said that she was gonna hire a consulting firm. If you were on here the last time we were on here, ma'am, you also said they didn't have no money, but they hired a consulting firm. So the consulting firm, and so once the donors found out that she was going to do that, the trustees at the school were like, "Hey, we want to have our own committee to be in there with the firm." So they had 45 candidates apply for the head coaching job. Out of those 45 candidates, they got on the meeting on Sunday, with the firm and with the other committee, and they came up with 5 names that they would present to the president to interview. Now, again, she did not have to. She did not have to use any of their recommendations. She could interview who she wanted to. But again, guys, if you don't listen to the people that's donating or giving the money, they stop giving their money. So I'm pretty sure she listened to them. So I know that they've interviewed, I think, most of the candidates that were on that list, and 2 of the candidates were coaches that were in house. Um, she is definitely the problem. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Because this could have been right after Willie Simmons was hired, when the kids came out and said they wanted one of the assistants to go, and we probably wouldn't have Coach Riz if they'd have done it. If they would have hired the guys in house early, Coach Riz might not have been in Colorado right now. But they didn't do that, so they lost their defensive coordinator and they lost Coach Riz. What we're hoping is that she has a coach hired. Well, I thought we heard somebody today or Friday, but by the end of this week, because is it next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that is National Signing Day, and this guy will have no time really to recruit nobody. So they really dropped the ball, and if they don't hire who these guys want on the football team, there's gonna be a mass exit. Everybody leaving.
All right, speaking of next week, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. By this time next Friday, y'all probably won't see me for like a week and a half. I'll be on vacation out of the country for my birthday. So I'm just gonna let y'all know this right now. I'm gonna give y'all when it comes to next Friday, if y'all looking for me, y'all gonna see me about a week and a half, because your boy gonna be on vacation on a different island, not even in America. So I'm just gonna let y'all know this right now. So don't hit me up in the DMs asking where Rob at, why he ain't answering the phone, this, that, and the third. I ain't gonna be it. I'm just letting you know this right now. What up, bitch? What's the word?
You know, man, I came out for a break from the government installation, and I'm reading the headlines from you guys. What's good?
Man, what's going on, man? We just up in here, man. Just talk some more. No, I'm not going to Cancun. I am going to the Dominican Republic.
I ain't mad at you. Yeah.
I'm not going to Cancun. I'm going to the Dominican Republic. What up, Coach Hayes, man? What's the word, man? What's the word? But nah, man. I will be in the Dominican Republic. During that time, I will not be in the States. So y'all can catch me then. Yes, man. I apologize. Yes, I have been lacking. Man, somebody got an echo. Hold on. Yes, man. I've been lacking on the live, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I say I appreciate it. I apologize to y'all, man. I've been slacking. I've been out of the algorithm. I just been enjoying life, man. Chilling with my family. My sister just had a newborn. So that's more the reason why. Been ripping and running around for my sister, my mom, doing all these different things. But last weekend, for about a week and a half, y'all ain't gonna see me. I'm gonna do a blog and stuff and all that good blah blah blah. But y'all ain't gonna see me on here live. Now I might sneak on here, might do a live from the DVR. You never know. But let me take care of my family, which is, they come first right now, But I'm back here with y'all today, man, kicking it, talking football. Let's get back to this FAMU, man. Enough of me. We finna get back to this FAMU talk. Here's my honest opinion about this FAMU situation. When I look at this situation, I just feel as if this AD that's at FAMU is finna screw FAMU in the end. That's how I feel about it personally. I've been had passport, been stamped up, all that. I've been all over the place. But when you look at FAMU, I just don't feel like the AD is going to pick these the 5 candidates that they picked out right now. I don't feel like she's gonna pick one of them. She don't want to, because if she did, she'd already picked them. But that's just my honest opinion. If you want to come up,
but if you
come
don't,
up and talk about it. Hold on, Coach.
Yeah,
If you want to come up and talk about it, click the link, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get into some HBCU football. Coach Hayes, if you out there, man, come pull up on your boy right quick, man.
I mean, if you don't do what these people asking you to do, you will not have a football program like that. You go from being the Celebration Bowl champion to maybe not even making the SWAC championship. So I mean, that's what it boils down to if she doesn't do the right thing.
I hear you. Sound like an ambiguous foundation.
Man, I know one or two things gotta happen. She's got to get this right, or she gonna be up out of there. That's all I know. When you look at how this thing is laying off for FAMU, the AD better get it right, or she gonna be up out of there. I know she got bagging from the president, and he the one co-signing all this stuff. But hey, something gonna have to give one way or another, right? Now who these 5 candidates is? If it's me personally, right? You telling me that you don't got the money, right? Here's the route I would have went. I would have followed Jackson State's model, in a sense, right? I'd have went out. I would have hired either Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, or Cam Newton. I'm gonna say this again. I would have went out and hired Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, or Cam Newton. Why? They're going to bring you resources. They're not worried about the little chump change that you're gonna pay them. They're gonna redo your field house. They're gonna bring you any and everything that you need to the university to help the university, to help you grow the dollars at the university. And when they leave, right, and go into their next stepping stone, which I know that's the big key, right? They want the head coach to be there for 10 years. That's just not normal, right? Come on, man. Everybody's going to use the HBCU as a stepping stone to get to the next job. Let's just call it what it is. For us to have the best business practices at the HBCU level, we got to be better at business when it comes to athletics. That's the one area that we struggle in. HBCU. It's athletics business. We got to clean that up. I'm just saying, we got to clean it up. If this is me, if I'm the AD, they can give me the AD paycheck right now. I have a head coach hired tomorrow, maybe even today. Because look at the economic impact that it's going to have for you that can help you grow this program, that can help the athletics, right? Not just help the program, but help the athletics create dollars. And I think those are things that we forget about, right? Yes, you're going to hire this head football coach, right? But you also got to have money for the other athletic programs to generate money to help build it. The reason why I'm going to hire Cam Newton. Why? Cam Newton has a 707 program. He has access to these young adults right now, to these youth right now, that he can get in there that wouldn't possibly be thinking about FAMU, but they're thinking about it because of Cam Newton. Right? If you want to go with the Ray Lewis side of it, he's going to give you the spiritual side, just like Coach Prime, but he's also going to be a presence in the locker room. He's going to bring you resources. All right? Come on. Ed Reed, guess what? You got somebody who wants to coach, who's begging for a job. Who applied. Come on, man. Just give him the job. Well, he can't do anything wrong. Guess what? You gonna tell me the players gonna leave and they got a head coach at Ed Reed that's gonna help them get everything that they want? That's gonna help your university prosper to the next level? Who's gonna generate more dollars? I get it, right? You want to hire somebody that's currently on staff there. I get it, right? But what does that staff have to do in order to keep the dollars rolling there? Because guess what? One thing that staff didn't have to do that nobody's taking account of is recruiting. Why? You had Devin Rispo. You didn't have to recruit. You had somebody who could go get the guys for you. And then you didn't have to do this, that, and the third. Just saying. You lost that big key component, and people don't understand. That's major. That's major.
Hey,
Right.
though I
Go
see in
ahead.
the comments they feel like, listen, I know two of the candidates were guys that were in house. Was Coach Rowe and Coach Cozy.
Yeah,
One of the
Coach
other
didn't walk there.
coaches, one of the other candidates was Fred McNair, who was the former head coach of Alcorn State, and Reggie Barlow was one of the other candidates. Now the fifth candidate, I can't tell you who that is. I don't know, but I think those were four of the candidates that the committee picked. But like he said, if all you gotta do, yeah, I'm like Rob, give me the job now. And I'm telling you who I'm calling. We ain't even gotta talk. Because you got to use that model right now because you're saying you don't have money. That's her thing. She's saying she only got $200,000 to pay a head coach. And ain't nobody that needs the job or thinks he's a head coach gonna really take that. So now you got to go out and get somebody like Rob said that don't care about the money, who doesn't care about the money at all.
That's man. Listen, if I'm them, right,
Facts.
Ed Reed would have been the first person I called, and he applied for the job. So don't get it twisted. Ed Reed applied. I'd call Ed Reed. Hey, come on, let's do it. Cause guess what? I know Ed Reed finna bring. I know Ed Reed finna bring me something. If he don't bring me nothing, he finna bring me something. He finna bring me some type of resources to my university. Shit. Hey, listen. I couldn't be the AD at FAMU right now because I'd have been had somebody hired. I'm sorry, I don't care what y'all talking about, man. We'd have had somebody hired right now, right not tomorrow, right now. But we here, man. But hey,
But you know what, you guys, on the truth, then it's showing the foundation that someone higher up, they need to check their egos at the door, and they got to get it right because the fabric and the thread has been shown.
He is not getting
Right.
it right. Is you gonna have to hire a guy within. If you don't
Correct.
hire Cozy or if you don't hire Rowe right now, them kids are not gonna respond. Or if you, or maybe if you hire Reggie Barlow, because that's what we were trying to sit there and guess. Because what they did on the live was they went by the numbers. They didn't say names, and then they just talked about the guy's resume. So that's kind of how we kind of figured out who they were talking about.
shit, man, I'm
The
high mission
the
coach.
the kids, everybody. So the panel all was in. They made them put a fifth guy on there. They only had four people. Everybody was in agreement with four, but the consulting firm made them pick a fifth guy. Now, the guy that me and Rob was talking about, well, I think they was talking about Ed Reed, was they said, hey, we don't think we can get him because of his price. He won't take the money. But I don't think that's the case. I
That
think
wasn't Ed
Ed Reed
Reed.
would still take. Oh yeah, you're right.
That
That
wasn't
wasn't
Ed
Ed
Reed.
Reed. You're
They
right. That
talking about
wasn't Ed
coach.
Reed.
I can hire coach because his probably was too much. I couldn't hire coach. That's what they thought. Coach was
Yeah, that dude. Coach, man, we need to get us a coach. That joke was too funny, but
Hey, that was more like Marvin Lewis type stuff right there.
But but guys, it's not just that. It's a lot of guys that are trying to cut their teeth in HBCUs and they can't get jobs. Like when you got a coach like Sullivan, who was the head coach at Texas A&M, and he's interviewed for multiple HBCU jobs and he hasn't got one. Like that's what I be saying when I be saying like y'all think I just be talking. It ain't just talk. These guys ain't getting jobs. Texas Southern, Andre Johnson wanted to be the head coach at Texas Southern. Morgan State, I know for a fact Ray Lewis interviewed for that job. You see, Cookman had hired Ed Reed, and Ed Reed has also applied for other jobs. So we are trying to get our feet in the door, but people aren't even in this. And now we talking about our own people not letting us in the door.
Coach.
Yeah, coach, man. Hey, man, we need to get us a football coach. Hey,
But
what? Hey, that dude, that older dude from FAMU, I love that dude. He was like us. Hey, we need a coach today. We need to get us a coach. Can we pick a coach right?
that's always funny. All right, but hey, send some Q and A's, man. Let's get some Q and A's going, man.
Say
What y'all want to talk about
that
right now, man?
they have a candidate.
Who? Say that again.
I'm saying I'm hoping between today and tomorrow they tell somebody that they have a candidate or they propose somebody to be the next head coach.
Got you. And before y'all ask, I'm gonna answer 2 questions off the rip before somebody asks these questions on this Q and A session. Do I know who the DC is? That we're gonna find out, man. That's the answer to that question. Is there people on visit this weekend? Yes, there's people on visit this weekend. What that number is still to be determined. There's still some players finding out some visits. We do got a key visitor in that they're zeroing in for this weekend. But we should have anywhere between 5 to 12 players on a visit this weekend. Could it possibly have more? Like I said, there are kids still, deciding if they're going to come this weekend or if they're coming next weekend, and so forth and so. But there will be kids visiting this weekend at CU. So if you're asking that question, I'm just going to answer it for you already off the rip. All right. Do you still think Fajita staying at AZ? If I'm not mistaken, him and the wide receiver already withdrawn from out the transfer portal. If I'm not mistaken, they've already withdrawn from out the transfer portal. So they're staying at AZ. So they're not going anywhere. Uh, why wasn't Thurman considered for the DC? No one said he wasn't considered. I just think he went a different route, right? He's been with Coach Prime for the last couple of seasons. With Jackson State, Colorado. I just think that he wanted to go do his own thing. He was definitely considered in a sense. He definitely had an input on the defense last year. Whether some people will agree or disagree, that's upon you. But he did have input on in the role last year with the analyst position. But he just chose to go a different route in the situation. So, see. Yeah, that's what I thought. How do you think Harbaugh leaving affects CU? All right, so the only way it affects CU is if they don't hire Sharon Moore. If they don't hire Sharon, it affects CU in a major way because a lot of them kids gonna go into the transfer portal unless it's the right coach. And Michigan got to get it right, right? But like I said, until Michigan show me that they're gonna hire a black head coach as a football coach, I ain't talking about no other sport. I'm talking specifically football. Until they show me that they're gonna hire a black head coach as a football coach, you just got to show me. Because there's things that it's time to progress, but I just don't know if Michigan's ready for that. And I understand they got a black AD, right? That's willing to sign off on it. The question ain't gonna come down to the ADs. The question gonna come down to if the boosters are gonna sign off on it. That's what a lot of people forget about. Are the boosters going to sign off on that hire? That we gotta see.
I mean, it shouldn't affect us, guys. If y'all thinking we gonna get a run of kids from the University of Michigan, we not. Like you say, I think I'm like Rob until they show me because I'm scared because of the 7-day waiting period. I thought they could hire him right off the bat and go ahead and get it out the way, but obviously they can't. They got to wait 7 days, and so now his boosters gonna come along and say, "Hey, we need to interview this guy. Let's take a look at this guy and all this other stuff." So we got all weekend to figure out what we gonna do.
Yeah, where's my boy Beezy at, man? Where my dog Beezy at, man? Do you expect Summer offense to look like the Vikings 2017? What do you want to see from Shador this season? All right, so let me answer the first part of this question. Do I expect the Summer's offense to look like the Vikings in 2017? I expect a glimpse of it, right? I expect to see a lot of motion out of this offense, moving players around, getting a little bit creative. Um, I expect the offense to be more 60-40 pass, more pass than run. But I do expect, us to run the ball more efficiently than we did last year, right? Calling actual true running plays. And what I mean by this, right? If you look at last year's team, right, it was RPO, 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 right? And for those who don't know what RPO is, it's run pass option. So it wasn't a natural running call being called. Now, when you look at that game against Utah, it was more natural runs called. But for the most part, when you looked at Sean Lewis' offense and what he installed into their offense, it was more run pass option. So I expect them to actually come out of formations that is going to tell you that they're running the ball, right? They're going to actually look to run the ball and not a lot of more of run play options. So, um, what I expect out of Shador is to take the next step, right? What I want to see from Shador uh, is just keep building, just keep helping the offensive line build chemistry. The more he's around them, the more he's active with them, you can see the difference right now, right? When you look at the offensive line from last year, how they was really distant, shy, didn't want to talk to each other, didn't really want to hit the weight room. Like you could see like what really was going on for that past season that translated over into last season, right? And there wasn't really no competition. There was no excitement. There wasn't that you didn't feel like you had a dog in a room, right? You looked at Tyler Brown like, okay, we know we got like one, but then when you found out like, oh, Tyler Brown ain't playing, now it's like, what we gonna do? So now coming into this year, you see, you know, the upperclassmen, Jordan T, their bonds, you see them put in the extra work. How many people can say that they seen our offensive line put extra work in after a workout? How many of them can say our linemen put in, an extra this, an extra that? You didn't. So when you go back and you take the totality of this, right, what I'm expecting out of Shador is I'm expecting his leadership to blossom to another level with commanding the offense, commanding what he wants, out there on the field, making sure everybody stays accountable, make sure everybody stays in that playbook. I'm just expecting to see a growth in Shador and his leadership because the numbers going to be the numbers, regardless of the fact. I'm looking at that
Right,
tangible stuff that you don't see on the field.
and that's what it all boils down to right now, guys. And if you look at those guys, they're pulling Seaton along because they know they're gonna need him. I can't let you lay back on your morals. I said this in a tweet. I say I'll take a guy that want to work instead of talent, because I know work gonna outweigh the talent. Because sometimes talent don't want to work. Sometimes you just laying back on your, hey man, I'm talented. I can do this. I ain't gotta work. But you don't see that, and you don't see nobody cutting no corners. You see that kid Michael, that young freshman running back. Hey, Dylan, them know they can't sit back on they lay back on their morals and be hollering about. Hey, I was here last year. What I did, okay, do that if you want to, and watch what this kid Michael do for you.
Hey,
You,
that
you
boy,
gonna be standing over. You gonna be standing over
hey,
there with Coach Prime, and he doesn't. He has a I don't care attitude with saying, okay, I know you guys been here. I know y'all my teammates. Hey, but I want this. I want to be this. And look at, if you ever see his face, every time I've seen his face in one of the videos, he's strictly about business. He ready to do what he got to do to make sure that he's comfortable getting in that in that rotation. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I just don't think it's gonna be hard to keep that kid off the football field. It's gonna be hard to keep him off the football field. But I think I really went back and I looked at it. Last year it was a lot of them against us. The kids that were already at Colorado and the kids that Coach Prime brought to Colorado. So you had to choose who you wanted to be with. Did you want to be with the kids that Coach Broom, or you want to be with these guys over here? And right now you don't have that. And I think that was Coach Prime's reasoning for using these Marines and all that, because you have to bring these young men together and understand what it is. And you see the older players hanging out with the newer players and getting to know them, and that's what it takes. And that's what a good head football coach can do. And that's again, fellas, a good head football coach is a leader of men. Football gonna take care of itself if you do it. I tell people all the time when people ask me why do I coach, I don't coach for wins and losses. I coach to change young men's lives. The wins and losses will take care of themselves if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm teaching them how to be great young men, and we teaching the values. And again, it shows up for me all the time, guys. And so I think that's what Coach Prime is trying to instill in these kids, that sometimes I think y'all just get lazy and y'all think because you're talented that's gonna be enough, but that just is just not. For Shador, I just need Shador. The only one thing I've always said, I think he holds the ball too long sometimes. I think he sees something, he goes to the one read, he goes to the second read, and sometimes he can take off and run, but he wants to show that he can throw the ball, so he'll sit back there, he'll pat the ball, and he'll hold it. So some of the sacks I saw like last year, you have to go back and look. Some of them was just because Shador held the ball too long. Now, don't get me wrong, we couldn't block a soul, but I just think he needs to get rid of the ball a little quicker. But
Now,
besides that, I just want him to be himself.
now, speaking of that, right? One of the things that Shador can elevate, right, is his progression of the field, right? Seeing things at a faster rate, right? His mind slowing down, but he's seeing the field at a faster rate for him to get the ball out or throw the ball away, right? Seeing more IQ and tangibles, right? Because everything that I see from Shador is all intangible stuff, right? We know what kind of ownership he got. We know the accuracy, things like that. But when you really break down the film and you want to see where can Shador elevate his game to the next level, it's the intangible stuff, right? Being able to process first read, second read, third read, boom, 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 right? Getting the ball at your hand, getting the ball out, right? Not holding on the ball, right? And so that's the part of I can say Shador can take that next level, right? Not just in the leadership department, but the intangible pieces that a lot of people don't see, right? A lot of people say, well, he's just holding on to the ball, but when you really go break it down and you look at it from a different angle, what was his first mindset? What was his first read? Why was that his first read based upon the coverage, right? A lot of people don't understand that, right? When you're looking at a game of where his read should have been to where he actually
What
looked at,
Reed should
you know what I'm saying?
and
Because you
and,
got that
and that's
you got the pre and the post.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say,
Right, but
yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah.
That's the thing with Sherman's offense that's better than I think Sean Lewis' offense is. I think the first two reads is boom boom. If we have to get to that third read, we know that we might be in a little trouble. But them first two reads is right there in your face, and they should be open based on what I've seen the defense do. Um, and like you say, it does have to be the intangibles, the mindset of seeing what coverage they lining up in, knowing that they might be trying to fool me with the coverage. It might look like cover two, but it's really cover three. So I mean, it all comes down to um, the mindset and the mechanics. I think he's getting a lot better, and I saw a video with him taking the young quarterbacks aside and teaching them as well. Um, I think the offense gonna be more. I think it's gonna be more 50-50, bro. I don't think it's gonna be 60-40, but it might if it's 60-40 either way, I'm not upset.
Yeah,
I
I
just
just
don't
look at
want
the
to see
offense. Yeah,
70. I just don't want to see 70-30. I just don't want to see 70-30 no way. I don't want to see 70-30 no way. I need to be 60-40 or 50-50.
the reason why I'm saying 60-40 because Pat Shermer is known to use a lot of play action, right? He's known to use it. So With play action, you're gonna have to run the ball to go play action. You ain't finna just go play action, you ain't run the ball. That makes no sense whatsoever. So when you talk about progressions, moving things on the field, that's what I see. Now, I do see Shador taking that next level and Pat Shermer's. If I'm looking back, right, and I'm looking at all the quarterbacks, right, the quarterback that comes to mind to me is a Sam Bradford. When Pat Shermer was the Rams head coach and taking him from Oklahoma, right, in a spread offense to bringing him into the NFL and changing the way Sam Bradford played. And I'm not talking about Sam Bradford that got hurt. I'm talking about his rookie year and the things that he did with Sam Bradford and the development of what he did there and the play action, the motion that he used with the St. Louis Rams at the time. That's probably what you're probably going to see. Like he's going to give you that spread mix, but it's going to be a lot of play action, a little stretch runs here and there, some in between things. So that's all. When you look at Shador, we're looking at the intangible size of his growth. What's going on with Jaquez and his IG post? I don't know. I didn't see his IG post.
Hey guys, if they're not on the Colorado team and they talking not, we not really going. Like I said, they kids. Kids. Sometimes kids say the darndest things, and one thing we're not gonna do is get on here and bash kids for having an opinion or saying what they saying. We wish Jacquez all the best, and we hope he do well wherever he goes.
Support Rob merch. Yes, the merch store is in the link. There is some more stuff that's gonna be dropping on the store here soon. Uh, I'm just waiting for them to approve everything, but there is gonna be some more merchandise dropped on the store. The link is pinned. Can you speak on original DC and mine? That's not being hired. No need for no names or what happened. I can't speak on it just yet because that person is technically still in the running, so I can't speak on that right now. I ain't even gonna. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna leave that alone. Oh, I'm leaving that alone. I think because I thought she was talking. She's not talking to me that. All right, I'm just looking for some questions, man. Y'all chill, man. There's certain things that it was conversations being had that weren't pertaining to me and what was going on. What I would say is nobody got blackballed, man. People gonna come out and say they got blackballed, this, that, and the third, right? But when you look at the situation, right, and this is go for any recruit. If you say you're gonna go to XYZ school, right? We got X school, we got Y school, we got Z school, right? Have some common sense. Do your homework. Look who's on the roster. Look at the potential guys that could be in front of you before you say somebody blackballed you. But also, make sure you do everything you can to get your butt on campus and not procrastinate to get on campus and think you're just gonna walk in and get a spot because you play X, Y, and Z. You still gotta go put the work in because guess what? It's like a job. You have all this experience at this other job. The minute you go to another position, you back down here. You gotta work your way back up here. And that just comes with it. But I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I ain't gonna go too deep into that.
I mean, it
But
just again, guys. It's just come again. He all athletes, and I mean this wholehearted. All athletes, please look and see at what you're looking at when you go into a place. And if you're not finna go in here and outwork this kid, then there's no need of you thinking about coming to this place. I promise you. Go ahead, read the next one, Papa.
um Robin Dre, would you prefer if Travis and Shador are 1 and 2 in the Heisman race? Honestly, for me personally, I'm not worried about the Heisman. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not worried about the Heisman. And the reason why
I want to go ahead, Papa.
I'm not worried about the Heisman because I want the team success. As long as we got team success, that means we're winning. That means we're playing longer. We got more stuff to talk about, and you get all y'all wishes and all that blase blase, right? Because guess what? Do y'all want them in a Heisman and losing, or would y'all rather them have the team success and winning? Because the majority of the time, I mean, I'm gonna leave that alone. But I wouldn't mind Travis and Shador being in the Heisman race. Don't get me wrong, but for me, I'd rather have the team success over the Heisman because all it
Guys,
is an individual award.
hey, if we winning, they gonna be in the Heisman race. I mean, that's just the logistics of it. If we winning, they in the Heisman race. That means we doing good stuff. So I mean, I think it just go hand in hand. But I think if you ask those guys, they rather win as a team than them get individual accolades because they're still getting that, and we was 4-8. So they already getting the individual accolades. So now it's about what we can do for the team. So I think Shador has the better shot because in my mind the Heisman is a quarterback award. Travis gonna have to do a whole lot to get the Heisman. He'd have to do a whole lot, which he already does. But it would take a mighty thing. And then again, if he's having a great year on offense, a lot of that's gonna be put on Shador, be put in Shador's boat as well. So, but it don't, like I say, it don't really matter to me. I just want these guys to succeed as a football team and Coach Prime to succeed as a football coach. So that doesn't
Now,
matter.
for me, here's what I'm gonna say about the whole Travis Hunter thing. When you come to Travis Hunter, for him to be in a Heisman race, he's gonna have to start returning punts.
And I
The
don't think
re-
he's gonna do that, bro. I don't think he's. I
yeah,
don't think he's gonna do it. So that's my main. I mean, I just don't like to say that, but I don't think he's going to return punts. I think we got too many kids, and I don't think he's going to put him back there to do it. And he would have to take at least a kickoff or a punt return to the house this year. And so,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think that's yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, this is just me talking, and this is nobody else. This is just me talking. When you look at Travis Hunter, you're talking about putting him in a Heisman race. He's gonna have to return kicks because when you look at offense, him and Shador are gonna cancel out each other. So that means it's only two other areas where he can make a tremendous impact to be in that race. That's either on defense or in special teams, right? If he returns kicks, it's going to give him a boost because it's going to make him a more electrifying player. But the problem that I have here's my problem that I got with the Heisman, right? When you look back at the last couple of Heismans, who's gave you a Heisman moment? Like, like the reason for the
When you say
Heisman,
when you say how when you say Heisman moment, what you looking? What you talking about in a game or just? You just saying a moment where you just say, "Hey, that's why that kid won the Heisman." That's what you looking for? I'm asking.
like the Heisman moment, you should be able to point like you should be able to remember a play out of the season that kid made that just set him apart from everybody else. Like, example, right? When you look at Reggie Bush, right? I can go back and tell you right now what he did against Fresno State with the kickoff, the punt return, the rushing touchdown, set him apart from everybody in America, right? When I look at RG3, I can tell you about a moment in the drive where he had his Heisman moment, where he led a drive, he used his feet to get to the end zone. Like I could tell you about Cam Newton come back. Like there's certain people that like you could
Well,
just
well,
like
well.
that moment.
I think Jaden Daniels separated himself with the Florida game. I think what he did against Florida, what he showed against Florida, I think that's when people say, yeah, he's probably the best. He's probably the best, player in the country. But you're right. I don't. It's not many of them lately that's had a Heisman moment. But I would say for Jaden Daniels, I think when he played against Florida in that game, I think he had a moment. Um,
But to all
Everybody
that,
ain't gonna
right?
give you that.
But to all that, that's what it's going to take for Travis Hunter to win. That's to sum all this up. That's the point I was trying to get to, right? if y'all want Travis Hunter to win the Heisman or being considered, he's going to have a game where he's going to have to do something that is like it's going to be on your mind all season. Like, damn, I go back. Travis was on a whole different other level
But
when he did this.
hold on, but Rob though, if we winning, that shit he did at Utah and stuff like that, he'd have had him. I think Travis would have had him if we were winning. I think the losing is what really hurt us for him. I think he had moments. That play he had against TCU, I think people still talk about that. So I think he had the moments. I just don't think we had the winning going on that necessarily that needed to go on for him to do what he needs. Hey, that's a lot
I,
right there, bro. I
I,
mean, I agree. I don't think he needs 1,200 yards, and
but here's the thing though.
I'll go with 6 picks and maybe 8 touchdowns. But I like your stats though. I like that stat line though. South Georgia. I really do.
The 1,200 yards, that's doable. The 10 TDs, that's doable. The 6 to 8 interceptions, that's gonna be the hardest one. But I don't think he would need 6 to 8 though. I think he can get away with 3 or 4.
And 3 or 4
Put
with
it
one or two of them going to the house.
Yeah,
One or two of them going to the house.
You gotta have that Heisman. Like when you look at right, like a Charles Woodson, right? You remember that interception that he took to the house. You get what I'm saying? And so when you look at the Travis Hunter, he's got to have one of those moments where it's a key big time play. He go snatch that thing up and it's to the house. And those are the things when
Hey,
we talk about Heisman.
South Georgia Tar Heel, and is that 1,200 all-purpose yards? Is that all-purpose yards or not?
I would take 1,200 yards all purpose. Just give him the ball,
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm
It don't
saying. Yeah,
even matter.
1,200 yards. Yeah, it don't matter. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Miss Tanisha, if you want to come up and talk about it, you can come up and talk about it.
Tell Texas to come on up here, because you know they having tell Texas to come on up here so we can talk about Texas, because we know they have a great. I mean, and he did. I mean, Vince, but we ain't talking about them guys in that era right there. We talking about these newer guys. I think bro talking about the newer guys, Miss Tanisha. I mean, Doc, I don't think he talking about. We know Vince had his Heisman moment.
I'm just comparing like when we talk about the real reason why like the Heisman got created and what the purpose of it for. Now it's like you start looking back, like if you, I can go back like to a couple, instances where people got the Heisman. And I'm like, what the hell was that Heisman moment? Like, what said that they was a Heisman? Because they was just the best quarterback. Like that doesn't mean that they like there's receivers that have better, that done more things than the quarterback did, and they aren't even in the consideration that had Heisman moments that took over games. Because when you start peeling back an onion and you start really looking at the QB stats, a lot of these QB stats are yak yards. They ain't even true
They
yards.
don't. They ain't true throwing yards. It's the receiver making it happen for the quarterback. Yeah, I mean that's the God having truth. But that's why I say I think it's a quarterback award. If a running back gets it, he got to go for almost 2,000. I think if you go back and look, most of the running backs that got the Heisman, they went for almost 2,000 yards, or they had multi-purpose. They was doing more than just playing running back. I think Ndamukong Suh could have won the Heisman that year. He dominated from Nebraska. I don't think he was a better football player than Ndamukong Suh. But again, I think the Heisman is a quarterback award. It's not many times that you gonna see it not be a quarterback award. So I think they need to call the Heisman just need to be the quarterback award. Unless, like I said, you got to do outrageous things for you not to be a quarterback and win the Heisman.
Mr. Nisha, we got a bone to pick. We got a bone to pick, Mr. Nisha. I'll talk to you offline. We got a bone to pick. Oh, Rob, do you think we got an actual chance at BJ Green? He's on campus. I actually do think we do got a real true opportunity to get him. Um, there is a connection background to Coach Brown with him. But I think we got a real legit chance. There is a connection that we got.
I just think with him showing up to see you so late, I think that anybody who's coming on a visit to the school right now, that school has a chance. And like you say, there is some back channel stuff with him and Coach Prime. So yeah, I think we have it's about 50-50 with him. I ain't gonna never go over too much with 50 with these kids these days. But it's about a 50-50 chance that we get that kid. And if we do get him, it ups the scope for us in the defensive room. What is they laughing about now?
Yeah, man, up the score. Hey, listen, there are some because I keep getting this same question. There are some transfer portal kids that are not on campus at the moment. Not everybody was gonna come in January. Some of them are still at their school finishing up classes because they, couldn't get enrolled to CU or had to finish their obligation at the school they are currently right now. Some of them are graduating, some of them are not graduating. They're just finishing up their courses. Because as you know, some classes do not credits don't transfer over to certain universities. So they gotta take certain classes and certain things to transfer over to CU to make sure everything is credited. I say credible and credited for them to graduate. So just be patient. There's still another wave of players that's gonna come in. Not everybody is on campus that's on the roster. So if you don't see
No,
nobody,
no, no, no. Don't
don't
get
get
like
discouraged.
Will. Y'all know Will's not there right now. I don't think Baby To's there at the moment. I think there's a couple other kids, and I think those two guys are just trying to graduate and get their degrees before they leave the school that they're at. And so yeah, guys, don't get again. Y'all just be patient. I think we as a people we get impatient because we do get to see so much from well off and reach the people, and now them boys is cranking them videos back out, and now we getting to see so much. But y'all be patient, man. Everything gonna come to light. And like Rob said at the beginning, man, whatever happens, either you gonna like it or not like it. I mean, that's just the way it's gonna be. I think Coach Prime in Colorado have got to the point where it don't matter no more to them. They just gonna keep doing what they doing.
No, Baby To is not graduating. He was a redshirt last year. I mean, he was a freshman. I said redshirt. He was a freshman last year. Like I said, some of these players are finishing their
Oh yeah, I
obligation.
mean, okay, I didn't know about. I know Will was. I know Will
Yeah,
was.
that's why I said some of these players are finishing their obligation at the current school that they are at right now. Some of them are not on campus. Some of them try to make it happen, make it possible for them to be there in January, but the timelines didn't line up. So um, they will be there. Is they some of these guys have already signed. It's a process and things like that. But some of these players have signed. They just at their school are doing classes online, just so they don't have to be bothered, with the student population and whatever the BS that comes with all that stuff. But there are kids that's currently not at CU. That's just finish up obligations that they got to do before they can get to CU in the summertime. So majority of the players are there. How many players? The real question is how many players are going to leave after the spring game. That's the real question, right? Nobody's asked. There are going to be some players that's going to leave in the springtime. There might be a couple surprises that you
I
don't
mean, it's gonna
expect
be
to
some
leave.
players, but
There's going to be some players leaving.
I don't think it's gonna be it's not gonna be no mass exit like it was last year though. I think the kids that we have
Nah.
now, like I said, it's what kids that leave this year. It's gonna be like they like Rob said, it's gonna be the writing on the wall where they feel like they probably can go somewhere else and get more playing time than what they're looking to receive at the University of Colorado. Again, because some of these rooms are very deep. Some of these rooms are very deep,
I'm
and you
I'm
want to
I'm
be in
just
that. You want to be in that 2 to 3 deep.
I'm
Go
just
ahead,
telling you
Papa.
right now. Some of these players have already had a meeting and a position coach meeting with a position, and they've already set the expectation of what it looks like right now. Some of these players better get their shit together. And I ain't just talking about on the field, I'm talking about off the field. If you think Coach Prime is playing, and they gonna keep trying it. All right. When it gets to the spring game, I promise you, you're gonna see some players leave that you don't think that's gonna leave due to situations off the field, they're more on the field. Better clean
And
it up.
again, guys, it just comes back to guys. We gotta I tell my kids all the time, man, and I talked with them today because I got some kids getting ready to sign on the 7th. And I tell them it take a village to raise one child. So, I mean, we have to put our arms around some of these kids. Some of these kids, they need that guidance. They never had it. They've been raising themselves. They've been, so some of these kids, they looking for guidance, and then when it gets given to them, they don't know how to receive it because they never had it. And so you have to look at kids and look and see what they need. And you can't coach every kid the way you coach. So I don't coach every kid the same way I coach everybody else. You just gotta keep building character, and that's one of Coach Prime's biggest thing is kids with character, because you gotta have character. If you don't have that, you missing. And he don't like messing around with folks that don't have character. That's his biggest thing.
All right, so I see in the comments, y'all back at it with the whole Cormani situation. Let me just tell you this right now, to y'all, Cormani ain't leaving. I get it, yeah. So for some reason, every time we get to the all season, y'all think Cormani leaving. Cormani not leaving. He's just being held accountable. That's just the bottom line. It's what he needed, right? He's being held accountable to a standard. And what's more appreciated is that they're showing it on video. So they know, oh, they won't give me no love, or they weren't doing it. No, y'all getting to see everything that y'all want to see.
Hey,
And
and,
that's
and
it.
let me just put something on y'all. This is what I tell kids all the time. As long as I'm talking to you, as long as I'm putting my energy and my emphasis into you, you all right. When people stop talking to you, when people know you finna go do something stupid and they let you just walk by and go do the stupid stuff and know nobody, that's when you start getting worried. That's when people don't care no more. As long as people talking to you and they still pouring into you and still giving you what they got inside of them, because for you to even, when you a coach, when you put yourself into these kids and pouring into these kids, you pour into these young men. But when all that stops and ain't nobody talking to you and we just letting you crash out, when Coach Prime ain't saying nothing about Cremani, when Coach Prime, okay, then y'all start coming to me and telling me, hey man, well, Cremani might not be happy, boy, you might be finna leave. But long as Coach Prime talking about him and telling y'all what it is, he's still pouring into that kid because he sees what that kid has and the potential he has, because he has it. Believe you me, he has it.
Man, we just into winter workouts. Yeah, we ain't even hit the spring workout. Yeah, this is winter workouts, man. This is closing.
Just the workout getting into to get to the spring, guys. So they got all of January, all of February, and I think they'll probably start practice in the middle of March. I don't know exactly when they'll start, but it'll be sometime in March.
Oh, I forgot to mention Dylan Edwards, man. He got added to the track team. I forgot to mention about that. I forgot to talk about that. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
Dylan Edwards has got added onto the track team, so he's gonna be running for the CU Bus track team. So let's see how much he participates on the track team this spring, this summer, with them. But the last topic I'm going to get into before we end this thing off, man, we're gonna get back into some basketball. But we're talking about the CU Buffs ladies. That's who we're talking about, man. If y'all have not watched the CU Buff ladies, man, y'all are missing out, man. They doing the dang on thing this year. They are on it. As you
Yes,
see,
yes.
the football team is out supporting them. Every home game that they could possibly be at. But man, the Buff, the girls, they're doing a thing. The guys, they had a big win last night. They scored 98 points on the road, which is, they haven't did that in a long time. But man, when you talk about the girls, and they are dominating this year. They were up to number 3. I forgot what the latest. They might be still number 3. But they had
No,
a
no. I
big
think
win.
I think I think we dropped. I think we dropped because we lost. But I don't
No,
know exactly where we at. We
no,
did.
they still number 3, because so this is what
Okay, okay,
happened. They
okay.
they lost to UCLA, but then they end up being USC, which kept them at number 3. So it counteracted each other because both of those teams are ranked in the top 10.
And then you got
So
to
yeah,
remember, they already beat, at the time, they beat the number one team in the country. They beat the defending
yeah.
national champs. If you haven't checked them out, That young lady, she for real, man. I think she's number zero, double zero.
Yeah.
Hey man, she's the heart and soul of that basketball team. She the kind of player you want on any sport. In any sport, you would want a kid like that. She stayed around. The girls have a little legitimate chance to win the national championship, guys, and it ain't just talk. It's not just talk. The CU Buff ladies have a legitimate chance to win the national championship, and that's being straightforward and honest.
Weather. She locked down, dog. Hey, she a lead defender. I actually had the pleasure of coaching against her. For those who don't know, I coach basketball. So I've coached against her and her sisters. That's a solid family, man. That's a good family. The Wetters, she's got sisters that play other places. Um, but they got a tradition of basketball in the bloodline of their family. But man, they legit, man. They legit, man. And they coming out there standing on business. And at the end of the day, man, so you couldn't ask for nothing more than what they're getting right now from out the basketball programs. Living off the hype from the football team and generating it over to the basketball team. They're selling out games that they haven't been doing,
Yes, right, right.
breaking
And
records for the
on the board,
crowd. So
I mean, on the board side, you legitimately might have the number one pick in the NBA draft on the team. If you look at some mock drafts right now, the kid might be the number one pick. So you have, I mean, and that's what we're talking about. And we're not gonna say we gonna give that all that to Coach Prime and all that because the girls basketball team was good last year. They made a good run last year, but you see that they're entrenched with one another, and that's what it takes to have a great program as a program in the University of Colorado. And you see the boys going out to support the girls. You see Seaton and Shador and all the linemen out there in the student section. They having a great time. Uh,
I
you can't knock it. You
I'm
can't
gonna
knock
say
it,
this.
man.
Whoever that girl was that was sitting at Shador she was she was living it up.
y'all awful,
whoever
man.
whoever that girl that was next to Shador, she was living it up. She wasn't letting that moment go.
Oh no, hey man, that's gonna be all. Hey, that's recorded. That's documented. She gonna be able to tell everybody. So, but yeah, man, you can't ask for a better. So for all y'all, if y'all haven't checked those girls out, man, y'all go check them out. Give them some support. Give them some love because again, we have a legitimate chance to get a national championship out of them girls if they hit their stride at the right time. Because we pretty sure they go, they could be a number one seed on one side of the tournament.
And last but not least, man, I know y'all. All right, somebody just asked me about Matt McChesney, working out Tank. I really don't care, man. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to Matt McChesney. And hey,
That's
listen,
all I
that's
want
his
us to say.
client.
That's his client, man. Hey, that's what he do. Hey, guys, that's his job. That's what he does. He works out kids. He gets them better. He done got kids in the college. We not gonna knock him. He has an opinion about what he got going on. I seen a couple of posts that he liked. That's what's going on at the University of Colorado. So, hey, man, big shots out to him or whatever, man. We ain't gonna hold no grudges. We forgive everybody, man. Let that man live.
I Tina Cole. I like that Final Four, Tina Cole. But the only
I
team I'm gonna
got
take
yeah.
out, I got LSU taking out UConn.
Yeah, I don't,
I got
I don't
I
know if
got
that
listen.
girl if that girl hurt, you might can take Iowa out right now, bro. Cause I thought that girl
Nah,
got hurt the other night. If she hurt, I'll
hey,
take out Iowa before I take out
uh,
UConn.
unless Caitlin Clark shutting it down,
That's what I'm saying.
listen.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm taking LSU over UConn. I love the Colorado. I like the Iowa. South Carolina definitely gonna be in a year in year out. Don Staley, salute to her, man. The hell of a job that she's doing. Um, dog, she's doing the damn thing, man. But that's a hell of a Final Four though. I gotta give credit
It
where
is.
credit's due, and
Yeah,
that's a
that is
hell
that's
of a
that.
one.
I like that. I do
And
like it. I mean, if as long as we in, like I said, I just want to be in the number. If we get to the Final Four this year, if those girls get to the, I think we can beat anybody. South Carolina got some bigs. I like that girl, whoever that girl is who dunked in the game the other day. Hey, she nice. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And Don Staley can coach her behind off. So but I like our coach. I like our coach as well.
But I would say though, when it comes down to this, now I gotta, I until somebody beats LSU and knock them out, I gotta have them in the final.
Well, they done been beat, bro. We don't already beat them.
But go ahead, T. Nicole, you up her.
Okay, so it won't happen. I don't think LSU is getting to the Final Four because they're gonna be petty, the committee, and they're gonna put either Iowa in their region, or they're gonna put South Carolina in the LSU region. So if LSU can get past Iowa, then cool. I think they could beat them again. But LSU's not getting past South Carolina.
But they're gonna have to play them in the SEC though, right? South Carolina.
That's something totally different. They actually play them tonight, South Carolina, LSU.
Yeah. They game finna be lit. The only pushback I got with you, the NCAA will take in market ratings in it, so they're going to put South Carolina and LSU in two different brackets. That's the only pushback. Now,
I don't think so. I don't think. Well, it's going to be either one of them, Iowa or South Carolina. They're going to have to run into one of them.
Yeah. So how I had it was I had LSU running into UConn, right? Because Iowa and Colorado are more likely to be in the same pool.
Yeah.
Because, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because they're in two different conferences. With LSU and South Carolina being in the same conference, and they're looking at the money they can generate. Because it all comes down to money when it comes to the NCAA and March Madness. It comes down to money. What's the most views they can get? So they can't put South Carolina and LSU on the same side. They gotta put them on opposite sides to draw money. And
they're gonna probably want the rematch, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll see. What we'll see what they're gonna do is probably look at the numbers tonight between South Carolina and LSU and see what it generate money wise and everything and TV numbers, which it should be crazy.
They're about to get whooped tonight. It's about to be bad for them.
I don't know, T. Nicole. I don't know about
when you say what we bad for them. LSU.
We saying more than 10. We saying more than 10.
I got 10. I got more than 10. Because LSU is. First of all, I'm a UConn fan. I graduated from UConn. So I'm rooting for them no matter what. But
hey, hold on.
If you watch them play, they're selfish.
What do you mean?
Selfish team. Yeah, LSU.
I think they got some. I think they got some problems. I will say that. I will give you that, T. I think they got some problems. I'm gonna say 10. I ain't gonna say Angel starting to feel herself a little too much. She might need to come down just a little bit. But I think the coach done kind of brought her down to where she need to be.
She doesn't play well against competition.
Listen, you want me to tell you what the real problem is with Angel Reese?
What?
No.
They're not playing community colleges.
Here you go.
I ain't gonna tell you that. She should be messing with Cam. That's all I'm gonna say.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Hey, listen.
I knew you were gonna say something off the wall. I knew you were gonna say something off the wall, T.
She should leave that St. Louis nigga alone. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think that got anything to do with it.
Listen, Cam is from my city. I'm telling you. He should leave. Hey, listen.
Yeah, I think that boy got her distracted.
Listen, no, it's for me. It's the NIL, and then they took her through the roof. That she lacks focus on what the big picture is. But I will say this: as the season go on and they get closer, because this is what a lot of times good teams do. They cruise through the season because they're looking at the big picture. And for some of them, they just going through the endorsements and getting that NIL deals, and they don't care. And when games start to matter, you're going to see them start playing better. Now, they are missing the key piece from last year. You know, Lou, she was that key piece. She would help them together. They don't got that glue person this year like they had last year.
She did, but I
That's
just think you got to give Flo. You got to let Fly J do her thing. I think Monkey be holding her back sometimes. You need to let my girl do her thing. That's just me.
It's too many of them, and they all want to be that girl, and they don't know how
mhm.
to gel as a team. And to be honest with you, last year luck was on their side. They were a
Thank you.
good team. I'm not saying they were a bad team, but luck played a part in them winning that national championship.
One, yeah,
If
I
one.
South
think
Carolina did not go down and they didn't have that bad game, that was South Carolina's championship. But
Hey,
however,
Caitlin Clark.
unfortunately, that one girl, she decided she didn't know how to shoot anymore. But that's another story. They won.
right,
LSU is
Well,
not
but
a
that was.
good team.
Hey, listen. That.
but
Hey,
T
listen.
Nicole, don't you
I was.
feel like that's all the time with basketball? Like there's a game, a run
Yeah, it
where
could be your
you
night.
gonna
It's
get
just your night.
yeah,
Hey,
just your
listen.
night. Okay, okay.
Listen. The only thing that hurt. Now I watched that game from start to finish. That South Carolina and that Iowa game. It's just Iowa played better, but the refs also screwed them out a lot of calls.
No, I don't agree with that.
But
I don't agree
here's what
with
I'll
that.
say. Okay, that's cool. But Caitlin Clark, she did her thing. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, she
Now,
did her thing for
Nicole.
sure.
Nicole, I rock with UConn. I'm a big UConn person. I love Gino Ariana and that whatever he stands for.
I'm not
And the,
finna tell y'all that. I like
and the
every
Kissy
time.
Police. But
Hmm.
that's for me. I want UConn to win. I just ultimately think that they're going to screw UConn like they did last year. Like they're going to put them in a bad bracket on purpose.
No,
And
to
I
be
give it.
honest, they didn't deserve to go where how far that they did get last year. They weren't a good team last year because
Yeah,
they had too many injuries, and
I,
then
I, I like I
Paige.
like real people like that. That's what I'm
yeah,
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
There you
they
go.
were
There you
not a good team. I
But
would like them to go far this year. I'm gonna root for them regardless. If they make the final four, that would be amazing. But they've had too many injuries back to back to back, and they don't have luck on their side. Like I guess I don't know who got their voodoo doll, but just let it go
man,
because they've been
I'm talking
going
about
through
every
it.
year. Every year,
Yeah,
y'all. It always happen like at the end of the season. It don't happen at the beginning of the season. It always happen like at the middle or the end of the season for UConn.
yeah,
Somebody go down with an ACL.
it's
Somebody go
terrible.
down with
Like
a knee. And it's
literally,
like,
they got another one with the ACL injury this year, but they've been consistently gotten better over the last 8 games. Paige Beckers has gotten her groove back. She's starting to go into
yeah,
her own self, so they might can make a run or whatever. But LSU
so your so
they
your
don't
ceiling
know.
so your ceiling for UConn would be the Sweet 16. You'll be good with Sweet
No,
16 or Elite Eight.
I would want them to get to the final four, but if they get to the elite eight, that would be good because they
I
have so
yeah.
many
Okay, okay.
injuries. Like they literally are down 3 starters from injuries.
Listen, they got, for me, I got them a book to at least Elite Eight. Like I can't see them
Yeah.
going less than
Oh yeah,
Elite Eight.
yeah.
That's just me personally.
Look, I got you.
When
I
I
got
look
you.
when I look at you take those Final Four teams, right? You take a UConn, right? Who really got an opportunity to really win? Um,
Well,
there's a
to
there's
me,
a
to
there's
me,
some sleeper teams.
it's only 14. It's only 14, and you're gonna find a sleeper every year. But to me, in college
No,
basketball, is college women is 14 that we can say legitimately got a chance to win the national
but
championship.
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
but here's my
It's
thing.
four, bro.
Here's but you can't sleep on UCLA. You can't sleep on USC, and you can't sleep on Iowa State. All right, Marco. I'm telling you,
I would love to see USC get far. I hate whatever TV market that they're in because the way
it's
Juju
chunks.
is playing is
Oh, you
crazy,
talking
but you
about Pat?
never see her on national TV. It's
Yep.
ridiculous.
What
Yeah.
they on Fubu or something like that? What they
Man,
I
on?
think they're
they're
in the
Pac-12,
Pac-12 or
the
something.
Pac-12 network. They
Yeah,
on the
Yeah.
Pac-12 network.
Pac-12 network. They on some, but they on some off brand. They play on some off brand.
Right.
They on some off brand
Yeah.
network. They said
Yeah.
it the other day. I forget what the name was, but yeah,
And
they
she
said it
No,
the other
going
day.
she going crazy.
listen, they own the Pac-12 network, but the Pac-12 network's only shown on Fubu TV, and it's another
Fubu,
brand.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, Fubu,
That's
you got to get
crazy.
Fubu TV to see them. It's crazy when you got good teams. Like that's the same thing with the girls' game. You can't see Colorado girls, and I think that's why a lot of people don't know how good they are is because you don't get
Yeah.
to see them as much. But like I say, it's only 4 teams: Iowa, South Carolina, Colorado, and LSU. For me, them the only 4 teams I think can win the national title. I just
I
on
Mhm.
UConn in there. but I just don't see nobody else, bro. But somebody gonna catch fire, and I'm not. And whoever catch fire, like I like Maryland, but they just they.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna put LSU through hell this year.
Oh yeah, and that first ass whooping coming tonight.
They gonna put LSU through hell this year. Cause see,
But this the thing though. But they got a
they
gritty.
gave
They got a
LSU an easy
gritty
run
coach
last
though.
year.
Kim Mulkey. I just like that. Kim Mulkey. She a real. I just really
I
like
do
her. I
not
just
like
think
that
she gonna.
lady. I call her
Why?
Maga Moki.
It's the way she dressed.
Nah. They be fly. They whole little coaching staff. They put that shit on. But her as a person, I do not like her. And it goes back to Brittany Griner.
It's
That's a
personal.
whole nother story.
Okay. There you go.
She
All
is
right.
not a
If
nice
it,
lady.
okay, if it's personal,
Yeah.
then we'll go for that. If it's
Yeah.
personal, we won't even
Nah, it's
ask
not
about it.
personal. It's basketball related. I don't like
Yeah, that's
how
what I'm
she
saying.
view her players. She just not like with Brittany Griner when she was at Baylor. Brittany Griner is literally who rose her to prominence as a coach. And for her to tell Brittany Griner, you gotta hide your sexuality, don't let no one know that you're a lesbian. That's kind of messed up. And then when she was doing her situation overseas, she would not comment on it. Like she's just a nasty lady. But that's another story.
But
But
Tito, I'm just saying. But I'm just asking because I don't know. Don't ain't like a lot of coaches asking for some of them girls to hide that like that. I'm just asking. I don't
No,
know.
okay,
I'm asking.
no.
I'll answer that
I
question,
can
Joe.
understand why she probably did because Baylor is like a Christian school, but she has like no relationship with Brittany Griner. And
Uh,
Brittany Griner is who got you some of the jobs that you've left for.
so what? So, Coach Dre, I'll answer that question for you because it's
Go ahead, Papa.
right right now in college sports, they're trying to get a lot of women to like hide their sexuality, whatever they decide they want to go, right?
Not,
That
I don't think so. They're more. I would say
no,
maybe back in the day,
no,
probably, but now they're
how
more
I'm finna help
susceptible.
you. I know I'm finna help you. Let me lead up that. So before right until like I'm gonna say like when Brittany Griner got detained, that's when everything changed for them. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the WNBA started you know, promoting it big and heavy. So
I got you. I
it
got
started
you.
to change. But before then, college, coaches they were like they didn't want that promoted because they didn't want people to look at their program as you can't send my daughter there because I don't want my daughter going to the other side or whatever.
I got you. I got you. I
But
got you.
now it's not like that because now everybody's open to it and now it's not a big deal. But
Okay. Okay.
it was a big deal before until Brittany Griner got detained. Then that's when everything started to change because the WNBA started promoting it. And as you see the WNBA now, they promote it heavy now. Like everybody got to watch it.
I don't think that was when she got detained. That's been like that for a while now, where they do like Pride Night and stuff like that. But I do agree though that a lot of things have changed regarding like the women. Like the other day, I was just saying how with UConn, Gino didn't used to allow them on social media, but
Mm-hmm.
now they're all over social media. He lets them during the season. And I was like, that's so weird because at one point, like when Maya Moore was playing, you would not see them on social media. But now everything is social media based, especially with like NIL and stuff. So they have no
Well, I
choice
mean,
but to get with the
I
time.
Maya Moore was. I wish she never retired. I wish she never
She
retired.
met that man.
She went to.
don't say that.
She
I
let that
listen.
man
She.
get her.
She went and got
I'm
that man
like
out
you.
of prison. She went and got that man
Yeah,
out
you
of
can.
prison. It was like
Hey,
I'm done.
I don't care what nobody. I don't care what nobody say. Maya Moore, she a good basketball player, but she a real ride or die, boy. She a
I'm
real
telling
ride or
you.
die. Ain't no
I'm
ride or
telling
die.
you.
Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about that. She when you look up definition of ride or die chick, they need to have a picture of Maya Moore in there. And I'm just being honest with y'all,
She said, I'm going to
because
get my
what
husband. I'm going to get my
Okay.
man.
she put her career on hold and never came back.
Keep
And
in
never
mind,
No.
came back.
Keep my. She did.
In her
the prime of
prime.
her career,
In her prime,
I ain't,
when you could arguably say she might go down in history as the
the best
greatest
ever.
female basketball, the best to ever play, you know, which
she just came
I
off of
mean, she's
back-to-back
still
championships.
debatable, huh?
She just came off of
Yeah, I
back-to-back
mean,
championships. I'm like,
It's
God.
crazy.
but but I don't think she had anything else to prove. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she
She
don't. She
dominated.
don't.
I don't think she had anything else to prove. She had dominated. I mean, she had just dominated college.
From high
Like
school to
besides,
college to the WNBA.
I
You're right.
thought
It's nothing else to prove.
I didn't become a big college girls basketball until Candace Parker went to Tennessee. I was a big, and I didn't think nobody could be better than Candace. I just didn't. But then when I saw Mike, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, she dominated college all 4 years, and then she went right to the WNBA and dominated. I don't think I just think she didn't have anything else to prove, and that was
Yeah,
bigger. And that was bigger to her than what was going on in her life. And so you got, like I
definitely.
say, when you look at the definition of ride or die, hey, they need to have her picture on it.
All
For
right,
sure.
listen,
They def-
Mike Moore, if you ever come across this live stream, I want you to own a WNBA team, and I'm going to be there.
To be honest, I think once Gino decides to retire, she's gonna get the call to go back to UConn.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I just want the
you
WNBA. I want the
y'all don't think
WNBA
it's
to
gonna be
expand.
y'all don't think it's gonna be the other the other one name that be in commentary. I thought that's who they called.
Diana,
Dan Taurasi,
Yeah, y'all don't think it'll be her before her
she's
before Maya?
I don't think DT want to be a coach. Plus, she refused to stop playing. She's still playing.
yeah. See, she's hooping. She ain't tripping about that. She 40 and still over 40. She don't care.
Yes, Shanty
Man,
Michelle, Maya is better than Candace Parker. Yes.
man. I
Yeah, oh
listen,
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
And I
Put
listen,
put
listen.
pull the numbers.
I
Pull the
Yeah,
numbers.
you better go turn
damn
the film
the
on.
numbers,
Turn
damn
that
the
film
numbers,
on. And I love
damn the numbers.
Candace. I love
Yeah,
Candace.
Candace, my girl.
She the real
Candace is my girl.
CP3. She the real
But
CP3.
listen, when you see what Maya Moore did in college. Listen, I don't even think it's close. And I'm just being honest with you.
And
I don't even
Candace
think
had
it's
a
close.
great college career too. But like you said, it is what
But
it
see,
is.
here's one thing I respect about UConn. They ain't scared to play nobody. They don't
Oh
care when they
no.
play them in the season. They will play them. And you
We're
got
gonna
other
lace them
teams
up.
ducking smoke, doing it, doing
We're
it.
gonna lace them up all day.
Come on. But that's what I respect about Dane Staley. She was the first person outside of UConn to be like, hey, listen, we want to play everybody because when we
Yeah.
get to the
Right.
tournament, we want to see everything that your best punch. You
Right.
know that.
You don't want that fake goal. And that's why I'm glad that Colorado was getting to play some top notch programs right now. Because I don't want to get to the tournament and we think we good and we ain't as good as we think we is. So
Hmm.
I think that should help us in the long run as a team. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
Colorado,
again,
they're definitely gonna be there. That Sherrod, she is something else.
hey, listen,
She is something else.
she's what it is, man. I just like, and then she came back for this. She could have left last year, and a lot of people thought she
Hmm.
should have left, and she didn't. So I got much respect for her, as a basketball player,
Willie
and I
Beeman
got a
asks
lot of
where Shellamai is on CU's ball depth. Shellamai won't play until next year probably because
Yeah.
Colorado
yeah.
they have their core starters of who's gonna do the bulk of the playing. She's coming into a team that's already built. So she might get in the game, but usually that's when the game is already out of reach. So she's there to support her teammates right now. She's coming off a finger injury. She will get her
Yeah,
opportunity next year.
next year, and that's what I mean. If she'd have been at Jackson this year, she'd have probably if they would have been
Yeah.
at Jackson, she'd have played this year. But she
And
has one more year.
don't sleep. Shalimar, she a shooter. She'll shoot you out the
Oh
fucking
yeah,
All right.
gym. Don't sleep.
yeah, she will shoot you out the gym. So next year, I think it will be her year, and I think that's the biggest thing. Uh,
But
is that
she's
next
still
year was
getting.
her year.
I think people don't fail to realize Charlotte Moss still getting adjusted to Division 1 basketball, like high level, not Jackson State basketball, high
Yeah.
level Division 1. The game is a lot faster, but she'll
And
be
plus
fine.
she like I said, she couldn't play. She broke her finger.
Yeah. To the call, you got a WNBA team?
I'm from Jersey, so I usually root for the New York Liberty.
Okay.
Um but yeah, my team, New York Liberty, the Knicks, of course, even though they give me PTSD.
The who? The
And
Knicks. You say the Knicks.
and UConn for basketball, the men and the women. So
Hey man, I
You
gotta
said
take that.
you said the Knicks. You said the Knicks, Steve Nicole.
yeah, they give me PTSD. I got a love hate relationship with them.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. If
I
they
mean,
want to
but
hire,
I mean, y'all in the top four right now, right in the Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah, they doing
man,
decent, but to be
listen.
honest, I'm ready to pack Julius Randle's bags. I'm done with
I,
him.
Y'all
I
should have
y'all should
been
have been packed
y'all should
that.
have been packed this bag.
Oh
Yeah,
my
y'all should have
God.
been back this bad. Man,
I hate
that
him.
Y'all
whatever
shake my
series
head.
that was, y'all lost. That whatever series that was, y'all lost to the Hawks.
He's not that
That game.
guy. Like they keep trying to make him be mellow. He's not that
I
guy. Like
listen.
But y'all can't get nobody else to come though. So that's, I mean, what else y'all? I mean,
yeah, we
I
just gotta
I
deal with him.
Coach Jay, they can. They just don't want to. They just don't want to act like they can't trade him. Yes, you can trade him. I would have
They
been
can
trade him.
the
shake my hand.
entire.
They can, but what is you gonna get in return, bro? That's all I'm saying. Like
Listen,
To
we
be
always talking about if we ain't
Coach
getting
Jay,
nothing that can. Go ahead.
Coach Jay. You know how fast I would have called Chicago Bulls? Give me Zach. Come on, dog.
to be
I
Yeah,
honest,
but
they need to start from the head and just rip the
but
whole organization apart.
that's what the problem is. That's what the real problem is.
That's the truth.
I can't even lie. Now you hit it right there in the head.
Just gut the whole shit.
The top person is the one that need to go.
For
Once you get him
real.
out the picture,
It's
them and the
terrible.
Cowboys. Them and the Cowboys. You can't do nothing if the head ain't right. Them and the Cowboys.
man, they. I listen, man. I love talking basketball. I love talking sports in general. Anytime, man, I want to come up here and talk NBA, WNBA. I'm all for it. College
Hold on.
basketball, I'm here
So T
for it.
Nicole, who you got? So we talked about that earlier. T Nicole might not have been here. So how did you feel about what the Bucks did?
Um, to be honest, I think that was Giannis' call. He made that call to get Buddy out of there, even though I think they said he went out on a limb for him the first time
Nah,
to even get him that position. But then he
he did.
backdoored him and said, nah, bring me down.
So
So
I listen.
to make Giannis happy, they did what they did.
Giannis can't tell me he didn't. You know why? The way them boys were dancing last night before that game, you can't tell me nothing different.
Okay.
You can't tell me nothing different. Them boys out there having a parade out
They happy as hell.
there. They out there having a parade like, hey, we
but
just Chris just came.
Doc, but I'm, like I said, I don't like to talk because I love Doc Rivers. But I mean, all
Doc
right,
is a proven coach, first ballot Hall of Fame, right? But when it
no
comes
doubt,
to
no
getting them
doubt, no
over the
doubt.
hump, as a coach, he can't get them there, and then too, you can't really all blame it on him. The players ain't getting there,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I mean, you know how it goes. At the end of the day, they always gonna blame the coach. They ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold
for sure.
accountability to the players. Even like for me, right? Doc Rivers. The only reason why Doc Rivers got fired because of James Harden.
Uh,
Why?
Let's be honest.
For what? Why? Because he
James
wanted
Harden.
James Harden.
No, James Harden flat out quit. Like
yeah,
flat out quit.
He quit all the time, bro. Y'all ain't like that's something new. What team hasn't he quit on?
but my thing is, if you gonna quit, why you get the coach fired in the process? Just leave.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole thing. You quit all the time. That ain't nothing new. James Harden
But
quit all the time. Let's like not act like he don't quit everywhere he go. He start going to he want to go to clubs and he get out of shape. And yeah, that's what dogs do. Like y'all stop
I
acting like it's something new for dogs.
listen. I'm gonna say this. James Harden missed Houston so bad. As much as he want to get up out of Houston, he missed Houston. That boy missed.
I think I think a
He missed.
lot of
I
people
listen. He missed some lemon pepper wings in them strip clubs. Let me keep it real.
I think a lot of people do that in a lot of sports. You leave a place because you think it like, okay, let's go with Paul George. I think Paul George is a different beast. I think Indiana is a different team if he stays in Indiana. But you want to go out there to LA, what you done since you got there? And you got Kawhi Leonard
Yeah.
and all that. Y'all ain't did nothing, bro. Nothing.
I think this year they can probably do something, but
I
mm,
What
I
for what
don't
team? They
listen.
gonna win
I
the
don't
West?
care. I listen. I don't care what Daryl Morey promised James Harden. James Harden missed Houston. He trying to go sit up and get them lemon pepper wings and see
he want to
something in
be
front of
hanging with little baby and
him.
shit.
You heard? Yeah. He ain't. Hey, listen. You think what you know what he doing out in LA? He back at the crib. You think he eating them lemon pepper wings? Seeing some action in front of him?
Ace time.
Come on now. He get his FaceTime. Keep it a buck.
But he just
He
ain't
is
James.
a
He just
nasty
ain't the
man.
same James. He just ain't the same James Harden. Like I don't even see how he's still demanding stuff for people. He shouldn't even be in the room asking for nothing from nobody. You should just be on the team because you ain't really doing what you doing. You ruined the 76ers, bro.
Hmm.
You ruined
I
them boys.
He
Embiid
ain't
out there
trust the
getting hot.
process.
I
He
Don't
ain't
listen.
trust
nobody,
it.
don't nobody like to do that in basketball. So let's
I
be honest. Like
They did my boy Lou Williams wrong, man. They should let him keep eating them lemon peppers. He was balling on them lemon peppers. So they told him to stop eating them.
Lou was supposed to be quarantined. You know, you can't go outside the quarantine to go to the black magic, man. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
Lou
saying?
was
You can't
living
do that, bro.
reckless. Lou was living reckless.
He was balling. Lemon pepper him up, baby. Hey, lemon it up.
So T
He was
Nicole, who you got in the NBA finals right now if you had to pick today?
Um, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. It's like one day you see a team on a streak, and then next thing you know, they getting clapped. So I really do not know. Like I would love for the Knicks to get there,
I
but
listen. Y'all look. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with
Not
you.
going to happen.
If y'all get two pieces, here's y'all biggest problem. Y'all need to get rid of Robinson because y'all need somebody that can come in there and rebound. They can give y'all something on
man,
both ends. If y'all get that and y'all can go get a dominant another guard that can take the pressure off of Brunson because he's so small, y'all be fine. Y'all just
it
missing
ain't
two pieces.
happening. It ain't.
Yeah,
I'm realistic. It ain't happening.
there you go. That's what I like. She realistic.
It
That
ain't
ain't happening.
happening. Our last real chance was
And
in
I like the set.
2012, 13, when we had Melo, Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Tyson Chandler. It ain't happening.
Who was the
That was
coach?
our
Who coached
best
that team?
chance.
My boy
Huh?
Who
Melo.
coached that team? Who was coaching
That
that team?
was damn, who was the coach? Was
Melo
it
right
Mike
down.
Woodson?
It was Mike Woodson. Yup.
Yeah, it was Mike Woodson. Yeah.
Before they fired him for Mike
And we
D'Antoni,
lost to in the second round to the Pacers, I think.
and then they fired him to bring in Mike D'Antoni. Sorry, man, I'm gonna leave that
Yeah,
alone.
that was our last good chance.
But listen, Melo right down the street. Y'all can call him. You know what I'm saying? He can come
I
put
don't
some
know
Man,
why they
Melo.
don't call him. He be at every game.
for what? For what?
He gonna get
Melo
some
could score,
buckets.
Yeah.
right?
Melo get
Yeah, he
some
gonna get
man.
buckets. Come on, okay, he can get buckets, but I don't know about that going up and down the court. He ain't finna play no defense. So what we talking
Hey,
about?
listen.
He
The
never.
beat
I
ball, the beat ball. Yeah, he never played defense. I give you that, T. Nicole. I ain't gonna
I
never say dog with no
Now
defensive
I ain't
ball
gonna
player.
say
But you
never, but yeah,
but what's that? Coach Jay, but when you look at their biggest problem is scoring the ball. Because
yeah.
once they start owning it, because guess what? This will happen.
but you ain't gonna beat
You got hold on.
you ain't gonna beat the Celtics with that.
Yeah, hey, listen. If you got Melo, he gonna equalize Brown.
Melo,
He gonna
Brunson.
equalize Brown. Yeah, yeah. They got a chance. Because here's what I'm gonna tell you. When they start guarding Julius Randle, they gonna cut that left hand off. He gonna have to do everything right. He gonna force up stupid shots. Gonna start.
Mm-hmm. Well, he cut in and out.
Yeah, that bad. But no, Randall can't shoot with his left hand or something.
Randall has been like that since Kentucky. Like,
Like I done heard a couple people saying, and I ain't never really watched it, but you a nigga, so come on, how you play
like
basketball and ain't got no left hand?
that man need to be playing football or something. Like, he stinks.
She
I don't.
say he's still.
I do not like him. I'm ready to pack his bags, his son bags, everybody bags. Just get them out of New York.
I mean,
For
I mean,
real.
you can always root for the Brooklyn Nets.
Absolutely not. Y'all left New Jersey. I'm not rooting for y'all. Hell
Also,
no.
that's why you mad because they left New Jersey.
Nah, I ain't mad. I'm just not rooting for them.
Do you
I
like the
mean,
Nets?
Even when we had
y'all
the
had
New
the
Jersey Nets, I was always a New York. I was raised to be a New York Knicks fan.
yeah,
So
but I'm just saying y'all had the big three. Y'all couldn't get it done with KD and all them boys. What happened?
they don't be knowing how to be team players.
I
They
I
just want to
I
be the man.
T Nicole. I go call up. Just tell him call Bridges. You know what I'm saying? He's just across the street too. Shit.
I don't know, man. The Knicks they give me PTSD.
Hey, listen. I say if they trade a couple of them pieces away and got Bridges and got Cam Johnson, y'all be straight.
Hmm.
Cause
Yeah.
you
Listen,
gotta.
I got right now.
It won't get right until they start at the head and get
Right.
those
I agree.
out of there.
I agree. No disagreements there. I agree with you.
I'm saying right now in the East, it's up to the Celtics
Yeah.
and the Bucks.
Yeah.
And the Bucks
Celtics
got
or the Bucks.
And the
That's
Bucks
true.
got to make it happen. You don't find this man in the middle of the year. Doc got to
Listen.
make it happen.
Jimmy's still on
Got to make it
Miami,
happen.
right?
Who? Yeah,
Jimmy.
he's still there.
You never know with them. They just be coming out of nowhere.
Hey, listen, I'm riding and dying with the only reason I'm riding down with the Boston is because y'all already know my boy Jason Tatum from the Lou. And other
Uh-huh.
than that, I can care less about
Yeah,
Boston.
y'all, yeah. He from the Lou, but y'all every year y'all get in the playoffs and act like y'all don't know what you're doing.
We get to the finals, you know. We gonna get over the hump, you know.
Y'all should have kept y'all coach.
I don't really care about Boston. I'm just rooting for Jason Tatum because he's from the city. That's all. I don't really care about Boston. Now, if it's somebody that I really truly care about that's from St. Louis that I want to see do good that I hate that keep getting hurt, that's Bradley Beal. I actually played against Bradley Beal when
Yeah,
he
he
wasn't
came.
nothing. I know
Yeah, he
I know
come from
when
Florida now. Yeah,
I
I
had
love dog.
I listen. I know Bradley Beal when he had the little small little bees in his head. You know what I'm saying? I know him back then. you know, but
Shit,
you know,
I got to see him. I got to see him be play up close because he went to the school right here in Gainesville, the Rock. So I got to see him when he was in high school. I didn't think, and I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, I didn't think he was gonna be what he is now.
Hmm.
I'll tell anybody that when I saw him play in high school, I didn't think he was gonna be what he is now. I
Who's
knew he
that?
was gonna be an
Embiid?
NBA player. Embiid, yeah, he played here
Yeah.
in Gainesville. He played at the Rock.
man,
Hmm.
I did not think he was gonna be that.
I'm still trying to figure out who's gonna come out the West because everybody playing terrible in the West.
It, you just, it's called Pick'em. It's called Pick'em,
Yeah.
and then they say LeBron. They say LeBron trying to orchestrate some trades to get the Lakers better.
That's gonna happen.
But 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 this the thing. As long as AD be on again, off again, we ain't gonna never win. We won the championship when AD was dominant. That when we was in the bubble, they won because AD was the best player on the team. Until we get that from AD, they not gonna win.
He's like a walking injury. You just touch him,
Yeah.
he hurt.
I ain't gonna let you talk about the Kentucky players. Nah, I
I
rock
do
with
not like
Kentucky basketball.
Kentucky.
I rock Kentucky basketball on the men's side.
Well, you can't run through them every time
Last
they
time
see
they
them in
won
a
a national
tournament,
Nah,
so
championship.
it's all good.
nah,
When the
2012,
last time they won a nat? When the last time they won
2012,
that championship?
Oh,
2012.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
that's been a
But
yeah, Kentucky.
Oh,
they've
I
been
was
to the
about to say
they've been
UConn
to
won
the
last
Final
year.
Four. They've been in championship games. They just ain't won it since 2012.
Yeah, you see, because UConn, we get to the championship game and we win. We 5-0.
Y'all, y'all just won last year.
Yeah,
Chill
but we won five
out.
times in the last 25 years. Give us our respect.
I give y'all respect. I give y'all
Oh
Thank
yeah,
respect.
man,
you.
you can't do nothing but respect y'all basketball. But yeah, I'm just saying
Yeah,
I'm
Kentucky. I
you
mean,
know the girls and the guys, they trying to go for the double again this year. They did it in 2014, 2004, so it's
Yeah,
2024.
I
They
respect
trying to go
y'all.
back to back.
They actually
But
what
they
we trying to
finally
get
hired the right
CU. We
coach on
trying
the
to get
men's side.
CU tonight. We trying to get CU to Natty this year, so that y'all
but
can't
can
do
I
it on
ask
the
y'all a
girls.
question? Because we were just
Go
talking
ahead.
about LeBron and the Lakers. Have y'all seen Bronny play?
Yeah,
What you mean? Have I've seen? Yeah, I've seen him play.
Y'all think he's ready to come out of the college and go to the draft?
No,
you want me to give you a real answer or a joke
Yeah, I
answer?
want you to tell me the
I
truth.
I just told you no.
All right. So
Okay.
listen, I'm gonna do this two different ways. If you're talking
The answer
about
gonna
if
still be no,
hold
T
on,
Nicole, when
hold
we
on,
get
hold
to it.
on, hold on. Watch this. If you're talking about Bronny James playing right now for the Los Angeles Lakers, the
Mhm.
answer is yes, because none of them can hit the goddamn side of the backboard
But
when
he
it comes
can't
to shooting
shoot
basketball.
either.
But at least he gonna make plays and ain't gonna be scared to dribble the damn basketball.
Mhm.
So I give him credit. I give him that. He's gonna pass the basketball. He's gonna play. He's gonna play solid defense, right? But if you talk about the rest of the league, nah,
No.
nah. The only way I can see him playing is if he's with the Lakers because LeBron gonna force him to play it. But
Right.
Bronny's always gonna make the right play. He's a better shooter than LeBron at his age, but he's always gonna make the right play. He's always gonna be in where he needs to be at defensively. It's just offensive wise. If I'm taking Bronny with what some of the players on the Lakers roster, I'll take Bronny over some of them players. Because if you get them a wide open jump shot, they can't even hit it. Come on, man. We talking professional basketball players.
Yeah, I just think he's
more year.
not ready. He's not ready to come out, and I feel like he's kind of being pressured to. I think he needs at least another year or two under his belt, but because I don't know if LeBron's gonna be like, "Nah, you got to come out this year," but he's not ready.
Yeah, I agree.
LeBron gonna pressure him. I think if, especially without whatever happened with his health, I think they might have already made a decision for him to stay one more year. I just wouldn't want him to come out. Like you say, if you can guarantee he gonna be on the Lakers, like Rob say, yeah, maybe, but where else you gonna go and play? You in the G League or something somewhere else. I don't think Braun want that. So I think
And
he need to come back.
my only assumption is that he's gonna come out this year because not saying Brown is on like a time schedule, but he's getting up there. Granted, he looks like he can play for fucking forever, but it's like how much more time does he have left? Does Braun have another 3 years in him where he can wait for his son to get another 2 years under his belt because he really wants to play with him?
Yeah, that's gonna be his major thing. I think he will.
Two, I think it would be just one. You get what I'm saying? I just think he come back next year, then he come out next year.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be two. So we talking about another full season without Bronny. And then I think he only wants to play 1 year with him. I think after he gets that 1 year with Bronny, I think LeBron will go sit down.
All right,
Yeah.
listen. If it's a NBA player, kids to watch out for, it's Carlo Boozer's two twins.
And Carmelo's son.
No. Gilbert Arenas. Have you seen Gilbert Arenas' son
Nah, I
and
haven't
his
seen
daughter?
Gilbert Arenas, but Cayenne, he's nice. He's
I
good.
listen. I go watch Gilbert Arenas' kids. He
Hey, Sean, Bronny is not a complete ball player, at least not today.
I I'm telling you right now, Gilbert
Hold
Arenas'
on,
son
T.
can
Nicole,
get you some
ask
buckets.
that person, whoever that is, ask him what you mean by complete. What we talking about? Complete.
Y'all
What
heard
you
Coach
mean? Just
Dre. What you mean by complete? Because what I see, granted, USC, the men, they're a selfish team, and they're not even gonna make the tournament. But no, that
All right.
baby's not ready yet.
Let me say this, right? Because this is where a lot of people, everybody is not built for the college game. There's been players that had horrible seasons as freshmen and went to the NBA and flourished. It's like college is more structured than the NBA. The NBA is more open. But when you're looking at trying to accelerate Bronny would do good with one more year under his belt. I don't care what you want
Yeah,
to say, how
yeah, I
classic.
agree.
He needs it. It's just getting his body right, maturing things like that. But overall, he's not ready yet. They're gonna just push him out. Who I said
Mhm.
watch, if you're gonna go Carlos Boozer, he got two twins. They're in the class of
Oh yeah,
25.
yeah, yeah. The
But
Boozer twins. Yeah.
yeah, when I'm talking about Gilbert Arenas' son, he's the class of 26. And then he's got a daughter. He got a daughter that's committed to Louisville. She's tough. They don't talk
Yeah.
about her. Go watch them too. Y'all gonna be impressed. Yeah. Hey, Gilbert Arenas got some things coming.
what class is Carmelo's son in?
20
I know he's 16 right now, so
26.
26,
yeah.
26, class of 26.
26.
Okay.
So that 26 class, they got Zach Randolph got a kid in there. LeBron's got a kid. Carmelo's got a kid.
Hmm.
Dominique. Damn, what the hell is his name? Dominique Wilkins. He's got a kid. His kid is in there. Man, there's so many NBA players got kids in that class of 26 class. Yeah,
I
they're
just
going. They're
love
going.
that their kids are actually good because, like, the
Yeah,
players from back in the day, their kids were trash.
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen.
But these kids, they're nice. These kids, they're nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man, hey, listen, man. We get on here, man. We can talk about anything, man. Appreciate you coming on. I'm about to end this thing because I gotta go make some runs right
Yeah,
quick.
have a good one. Take care. Enjoy your vacation, Rob.
I'll be back on before I go on vacation. But I
All right,
appreciate you.
cool.
As always, man, appreciate you guys for tuning in. The merch store is open. Just click the link up above. We do got more merchandise coming on into the store, some more designs that it's not been a release. Got some more slogans that have come out, man. If y'all want to check out the store, go right ahead. If y'all want to purchase something, there's a 15% discount off on all merch right now. Is there something that you really, really want? all you gotta do is email me or hit us up on Twitter or X or Instagram, man. Follow us at Rob the Man Media on both those platforms. We live. We got everything up and running. We will respond back to you, whether that's email or on one of the social media platforms. If you'd like to send a donation, man, you can send us. You can cash out the channel, our PayPal. All that information is in the description below. All you gotta do is click on the description. All the information is there on how to get in contact with us. If there's something, a special guest you want to come on, or you know somebody that wants to come on, just shoot us the info. We'll get back to you. If you want to run a commercial on the channel, let us know, man, because we got a lot of things coming in store. Like I told you before, man, I'm gonna try to get y'all show every day up until the day I go on vacation. I'm going to the Dominican Republic, going out there have some fun, man, and get away for my birthday. So, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, man, appreciate the ladies that, put up on the channel. Y'all know how it is, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. But if y'all got something to talk about, y'all want to talk about it, pull up on us. We can talk basketball. We can talk football. We can talk sports in general, because that's what this platform is for. Bringing media back to life, man. See you guys in the next one. Peace.
Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You gots to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is where we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me